I was sipping my morning coffee when it all unraveled. A forwarded email landed in my inbox, clearly sent by mistake. Attached was a meticulously planned itinerary for my daughter Emily's wedding. The guest list was long, detailed, and neatly formatted. My name wasn't on it. Not once. Not even as an afterthought. I wasn't just uninvited, I had been erased. At first I thought there had to be some mistake. Claire, my wife of 26 years, and Emily had been whispering behind closed doors for months. I chalked it up to wedding stress, the natural chaos of planning. But every time I walked into a room, their conversations would die mid-sentence. They'd shift topics, smile too quickly. I dismissed it, because that's what we do when we want to believe the best of the people we love. But I was wrong. That evening I brought it up. Calmly. Quietly. Claire sighed, rubbing her temples like I was some nuisance. Emily rolled her eyes. Dad, it's just a wedding. You're overreacting. Then Claire, cold and clipped, you always make things about you. Let me tell you something, when a man is accused of overreacting, it's often code for, shut up and accept it. I had spent 24 years raising Emily. I paid for her education, I wiped her tears after heartbreaks, I sat through school plays and hospital visits. And in return I was treated like a ghost. Not a single seat at her big day. Not even a phone call. I didn't scream. I didn't argue. Instead I packed a bag. 3 days before the wedding, while they were likely fussing over flower arrangements and place cards, I was halfway across the world watching the sun melt into the sea. No texts, no updates. Just silence. Until it wasn't. My phone lit up with a flurry of missed calls. Claire. Emily. Even Daniel, the fiancé I barely knew. Panic laced their messages. I let it buzz. I let them sit in the silence they'd given me. See, betrayal doesn't come all at once. It doesn't scream, it whispers. A look. A locked phone. A shift in tone. Over the years, Claire had changed. The warmth had thinned. Phone calls became private. Conversations stopped when I entered the room. I still tried to believe it was stress or age or marriage fatigue. But then I saw it, a 6-figure withdrawal from our account. My personal savings. The money I'd put aside for Emily's future. Quietly gone. I said nothing. I let Claire believe I didn't notice. I played the fool, because fools are underestimated. The wedding came and went. No invitation. No courtesy. Just their silence. And that was fine. Because I had a plan. As I sat on the hotel balcony that night, whiskey in hand, the ocean thundering below, my phone vibrated again. Claire's name. Then Emily's. Then Daniel's. I finally picked up. Dad, where are you? Emily's voice cracked. On vacation, I said, cool and steady. You need to come home, she pleaded. Why? There was a pause. Then I heard Claire's voice in the background, frantic, breaking. Because everything's gone. I smiled. They had no idea how much I had truly taken with me. And for the first time in a long time, I felt whole. People often mistake revenge for rage, raw, fiery, uncontrollable. But that's a myth. Anger is sloppy. Revenge? True revenge is quiet. It's methodical. It's a symphony of patience and precision. And mine had been rehearsed for months. The first movement began with the money. Claire thought she was clever, moving funds from my personal account into a new one she believed I couldn't see. What she didn't know was that I had already anticipated the move. Weeks before her little stunt, I had discreetly transferred the money back into my control and began quietly liquidating every shared asset we had. Stocks, bonds, even the savings accounts we opened for Emily's future. Then came the house. Claire had no idea that I had been preparing that move too. While she planned her daughter's fairy tale wedding, I was consulting attorneys. See, our prenup had a clause, a specific trigger that would award me full ownership of the property in the event of financial deception. The moment she pulled that 6-figure stunt, I enacted it. And just like that, the house, all 3,200 square feet of it, was mine. Every tile, every window, every memory. But the masterpiece? That was the wedding. They had chosen a luxury estate venue, the kind with chandeliers imported from Italy and a guest book that included celebrities and CEOs. The contract had been signed in my name. Claire had insisted, it made the booking easier. And so, 3 days before the wedding I made one phone call. The venue was cancelled. The deposit? Non-refundable. Another 6 figures, gone, vaporized just like my place in their lives. When Emily called me, panicked, her voice shaking with disbelief, it was because she was standing outside that now locked estate surrounded by bewildered guests. No catering trucks. No florists. No music. The dream she and Claire had woven with silk and lies had unraveled thread by thread, and there was no one left to blame. 2 days later I returned home. The place was hollow, echoing. The furniture had been repossessed. Utilities, cut. Claire stood in the living room, wrapped in shadows, her face pale, eyes swollen from crying. "Why?" she whispered, barely able to hold herself upright. I stepped closer, my voice low but clear. "Because you erased me first." A sound caught in her throat, part sob, part regret. "I didn't think you'd fight back." I finished for her, tilting my head. "That was your mistake." Then came the footsteps, fast, heavy. Emily stormed in, her voice trembling with accusation. "Dad, how could you?" I turned slowly to face her. "How could I?" I repeated, the question hanging like smoke. "I gave you everything, your education, your car, your start in life. And you didn't even think I deserved a seat at your wedding?" Her lips moved, but no words came. Just silence. The same kind they had given me. "Actions have consequences," I said, calm and final. "You and your mother made a choice. Now you get to live with it." Claire moved out the next day. Emily followed soon after. I heard later that she and Daniel rushed into a courthouse ceremony. No white dress, no flowers, no proud father walking her down the aisle. Just paperwork and a judge in a cold municipal room. Claire tried to call, to beg, to explain. I never answered. And me? I lived. Not out of spite, but out of peace. Because revenge, real revenge, isn't about destruction. It's about equilibrium. They tipped the scale. I simply restored the balance.